the best.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's today? The 7th?
Yeah.
Today's the 6th, but tomorrow's the 7th.
Tomorrow's the 7th. That's what you say.
Pearl Harbor Day? Today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
I forget. Tomorrow.
Is it the 7th?
Yes, I think you're right. It's also my grandmother's birthday. She died like 20 years ago. And on that note, tomorrow is December 7th, and this is cbfu from the shop for that week. In the new shop, once again, he didn't move back to the other place, so it's still here.
We checked, and it was he didn't.
Yeah, Frey refused to come to the new shop. He was so attached to the old shop.
Yeah, no.
So he's actually in there right now doing his own review. But he doesn't have any comics, so I don't know what he's reviewing.
I have no idea.
It's probably something disturbing.
Yeah, I assume some type of like weird like German-based porn.
Like German hentai.
Yeah, something like that.
Which is a weird mix, but I believe that's what he's reading.
Disturbing stuff.
German hentai wrestling. Mm-hmm. So those three things like combined.
I'm disturbed just thinking about it.
I'm not. So I'm gonna look into that when I get home. I'm gonna Google that.
Someone's got it.
But there's good comics this week, as usual. Well, not always, but what do we got? First, I'm gonna take this one. Nova,
okay.
Nova #1. This is the start of a new Nova series by Jeff Loveness and Ramon Perez, with art by Ramon Perez. I'll start on that. Art is really good. I like it a lot. Jeff Loveness. I never really heard of him, but what's his name? What's that guy's name? The Eurotrash. Benno kept saying Groot was really good and it was by him. So I checked that out, and somebody's at the door, and what's it called? And it was really good, and it gave me hope in this. And the fact that Richard Rider's back also gave me hope, because I like Richard Rider better than Sam Alexander. Hold on one sec. Somebody's trying to get in, but he's not open. Closes at 5 on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
just so you know. I'm not stopping this. I'm not going to cut it either.
No cut.
So, I like Richard Rider a lot. I like Richard Rider better than Sam Alexander, always have.
It's because you're racist?
I'm a little racist, but that's not the reason. I really grew to like Richard Rider during Annihilation, Yeah. So this is, it's a good book. It's good that has both of them. I'm a little confused. I don't really know Sam Alexander's like high school story, so like his friend and everything. I don't know their relationship.
Genki?
Yeah, no, kind of, right? It's kind of like that, but it's also like, and this might be racist, I kept going to Blue Beetle with Jaime Reyes.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's a similar kind of thing.
The girl and the guy,
And the guy, and they know his secret, well, one of them knows his secret identity. But it's good, it's a good start.
You know this isn't
what?
Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes.
No, I know, it's better. It's much better than Blue Beetle.
No.
So for this one, Marvel wins against DC. But I liked it a lot, and I'm glad Richard Rider's back. They don't tell you how he came back yet. Still a mystery, and they haven't met yet in this issue.
Yeah.
Is that a spoiler?
No.
But it's a good start to showing these two characters and how they interact. What do you think?
I liked it a lot. When I first did they announced who was writing Nova, they said Jeff Loveness. I just did a quick search, Google search, and it just said a Jimmy Kimmel writer. Yeah. And he did a couple of Marvel annuals, and I said, oh, but like you said, Groot was really good. Yeah. And this is really a good fresh start. If you like Bendis's take on Ultimate Spider-Man, I think you'll really like this, because that's what this reminded me of. Mm-hmm. He really get a good handle on the young characters and the supporting characters, and the art by Ramon Perez is really good. And it looks like Richard Rider did not come back alone.
Yeah, no, it didn't look. It's something mysterious.
Yeah,
is going on. But I like that a lot.
Yeah, no,
I'm glad Richard Rider's back, because I didn't care for that Bendis Guardian story. When they showed him how he
and the last the last time they announced a new Nova team, it was Sean Ryan who did that Suicide Squad book.
Yeah, I reviewed that, and that wasn't good.
I was never going to read that. So it's nice to have a Nova book that I look forward to reading.
Really good. Very, very happy with this one. I would give it 9 out of 10. Lucas.
Yeah, no, it's very good. Very good. I think it was the best book of the week.
What's next? I agree with that, actually.
Next book I'll review is Nightwing #1. No, not Nightwing #1. This is Nightwing actually #10.
But it feels like a #1.
It feels like a #1. This is his return to Bloodhaven. It's actually called Welcome to Bloodhaven. I think it's the same creative team. It's Tim Seeley and Marcus Tu. I think that's how you say that name. And it's actually a really fresh start. This actually feels more like Nightwing Rebirth than the previous 9 issues of Nightwing Rebirth.
Yes.
The rest of the Nightwing Rebirth felt very much like just continuing, instead of him being part of, what was his old spy organization?
Spiral.
Spiral, he was now part of the Court of Owls. And it just felt like the same
But he
kind
was
of
Nightwing.
story.
That was the only
Yeah,
real difference.
the only thing
he was
was
still
he had
undercover.
He had
still a
the
spy.
costume was now Nightwing, and he could
Yeah.
be Nightwing and Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Dick
it was pretty much Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson.
But other than that, it felt like the same story. This feels like more like what they're trying to do with Rebirth, like bringing it back to what made Nightwing in the 90s. He made Bloodhaven his home after he left Gotham.
That was his Gotham.
And that's what this does. It starts it off, and it starts off running.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I've enjoyed the previous issues of Nightwing.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it too. The only problem I have with was he keeps like repeating why he's doing this and why he's there and what he's looking for, like over and over again. Like I get it, I get the point. You don't have to. It's a pretty hefty book for what it is, but it's a lot of the repetition with that. I'm doing this because I need to do this and this and this. But it was cool. Some characters I don't remember from the original series. I think they're from the original series.
Yeah, I think they must be.
But
I feel like they expect you to know who this character is, and I have no idea who she is.
It's a nostalgia callback to the '90s. Because Bloodhaven, I forget who I think it was Chuck Dixon maybe, and Scott McDaniel was it? And Scott McDaniel was on art. And I remember that was my real introduction to Dick Grayson. I really liked that. So it's cool seeing that he's getting a fresh start in this place.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
It's more Dick Grayson than Dick Grayson's been in a while.
Yeah. I would give it we gave this 9.
I give this 9. Yeah.
I would give this 7 out of 10 to those.
That's not fair. Yeah. That's not fair. You want to check the camera just to make sure. Next book up is Star Wars Dr. Aphra. Kieran Gillen did the excellent Darth Vader series, and Dr. Aphra was one of the one of the stars of the book, with 2 droids and a Wookiee, like dark versions of Chewbacca, C-3PO, and R2-D2.
How do you say the Wookiee's name? Kazakhstan?
I don't know. Kazakhstan? I don't know.
I called it Hellspawn for like...
Yeah. There's not very many vowels, so you just read the book for yourself. It's cool. But this is basically about this character, Dr. Aphra, who's a fun character. The droids are fun characters. And she's a doctor, an archaeologist, kind of like Indiana Jones, but with no good side. Like, she's not a good person.
She doesn't have, like,
she worked for
morality.
Darth... Yeah, she has no moral sense. She worked for Darth Vader, and she was perfectly okay with everything she did. So this is her and her own adventures. At the end of I think you should read Darth Vader, but, I mean, it's not going to be a spoiler to say, because she has her own book now. At the end of it, she lives, but Darth Vader thinks he killed her.
Yeah.
He sent her out into space. So, no, that's a spoiler, but, you should have read the book by now. So, this picks it up. It's fun. The art by Kev Walker is really good. I usually like Kev Walker. And this is no difference. And it's not my favorite character. When I heard that, I got my hype up for like some other kind of Star Wars book that Kieran Gillen was going to pick up, like a sequel to Darth Vader, like Darth Vader 2, after Empire.
Or you wanted Kylo Ren.
I wanted a Kylo Ren series
book.
where you could like still pick this up like 20 years
with,
after,
like,
and you
Darth
could still
Vader
pick up with these
flashback.
characters, yeah. But just after Vader's dead. But this is a good book. I liked it a lot.
There's also a backup story with Salvador LaRocca, which goes into her like history when she was still at school.
Yeah. So what do you think? You like it?
I liked it. I'm not sure if I was doing this, I would have chosen Kev Walker for the artist. But he's not bad, and he doesn't do a bad job.
Well, you're not choosing, so.
Yeah, no, I would have kept Salvador LaRocca on it.
Yeah.
I like his art better than Kev Walker. But no, it's good. It's a good start. I think you could jump into this with no needed knowledge of anything. Definitely not the Darth Vader series. Do you?
I think you should read the Darth Vader
series. Yeah, no, you
series.
should. You absolutely should, because it's really good. But I don't think you necessarily have to.
No, I mean, but I think you should, because it introduces all the characters in the book.
Yeah, but I think you could if you wanted to.
Theoretically, I can't put myself in that hypothetical
situation. But you could. I think speaking for me, you can.
I disagree.
And it's good.
Yeah,
and it's good. It's fun.
And
this is the first. This is the first original character that's not in the movies to get her own series from Marvel.
Yeah, which is good. And they're continuing their quality, which is top notch.
Yeah, no, their Star Wars books have been really good.
Yeah, I would give it 8 out of 10.
8
out of 10 logos. That's my review.
Okay, our next book is Motor Crush from. Oh, it wasn't that bad. From Image Comics.
I'm leaving.
Sam refuses to sit and review this book. This is from the team that brought you Batgirl, I think Gotham Academy, Brandon Fletcher, Cameron Stewart, and Babs Tarr. And it's okay. Actually, I like the art. I think is the best part, because the art, at least with the, it's a little cartoonish, almost like a Darwin Cook kind of style. But at least the art with the chase scenes, because this is a girl who does this motorcycle chases, races. And if the art for those scenes wasn't good and you couldn't follow them, this book would have been, I think, unreadable at all. So any of its success, I think, goes to the art. And its easiness to follow, and it's interesting. I don't know if I would continue with it, but I enjoyed it.
I did not. I'm sorry. Fletcher.
Stewart and Tar.
Stewart and Tar. I'm sorry, but I did not enjoy this book. It's not, I'm not into, racing, and I'm not into racing comic books. So it doesn't appeal to me. There's some cool stuff like a future kind of world. So they have like, place your bet on these racers. Click here for this. Click here. But I tried clicking and it did nothing. It's paper.
Maybe the digital.
No, it doesn't.
You don't think
no, they don't do that with comics yet.
No,
not yet. At least they should. That would be a good gimmick.
How long did you try to press the buttons?
For about 45 minutes.
Jeez, that's why it took so long.
Yeah, I didn't finish the book. I was trying to bet on them, and I lost.
Did you get paper cuts?
I would have lost. No, my hands got calloused.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get paper.
That's good. But yeah,
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's
just not for me. I'm not saying it's a bad book, but I don't like it.
Yeah, no, it's not the strongest of Image's number ones that have come out like recently, like AD After Death. I'm just looking at that one.
Yeah.
And some of the other ones are like much better.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not bad. And if you liked the run on Batgirl, which I actually didn't like the run on Batgirl, but if you did,
Tony did.
Tony did like that a lot, so you might really enjoy this. But I would give it 6 out of 10 Lugos.
6 out of 10 Lugos. That's fair.
Sam's checking if we're still rolling because sometimes we stop.
We're just gonna wrap up.
Anyway,
that's it from us. That's for us. We'll try to get Frey out of the old comic book store sometime to get him back here. Try to get all the other old hosts. Jared should come back, but he's working at Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart has stolen him.
And just read comics. Come to Manifest. Come to the new beautiful store.
A lot of good new comics this week. I think I see Clone Conspiracy and Champions.
I see.
And Superman. And Wonder Woman is crossing over with the Bionic Woman from the 70s, so that's interesting.
Whatever. No, but this is some good books, so come out and buy them.
And we'll see you next week.
Be good.